What's up, fellow clashers? It's Apollyon here, and not halfway through the battle here, the clan war against Ponti Reform. It's pretty much over right now. Unless they, I don't know, do something miraculous and turn it around. We're 11 away from a perfect war. You can see that we haven't hit number 1 yet. Number 4 needs to be clean. Number 7 needs to be clean. Number 9 needs to be clean. And then I think we have one, number 28, that hasn't even been hit yet, which is a Town Hall 8. So this probably, it could be a perfect war. We do have our 3 of our top 6 have both attacks available. So number 1's base is pretty decent. It's a pretty good, I think it's a max Town Hall 9 base with not a horrible layout either. So not the best. It could definitely be 3-starred, but again, we don't have really any max Town Hall 9s in our clan right now, so we only have like 8.5s and kind of mid Town Hall 9s. So doesn't mean they can't do it, but I think if we don't get the perfect war, we'll at least have 1 away from a perfect war. So we'll probably have 104 stars. So, but we'll see what happens. I wanted to get these attacks to you before anything happens, like Supercell decides to wipe them out or not. Some of them, they did have some pretty okay bases, nothing really fantastic, nothing really anti-3 stars, but at least they filled their clan castles and had okay designs. Some of the ones I'll skip were not good designs, but we'll jump into some Town Hall 9 action. We'll watch Maddie J go ahead and use a GoHo, bring some witches, golems, and hogs in there. With the walls are very low. Some of the defenses are Town Hall 8 defenses, but definitely not a max Town Hall 9 like we saw before. But he's going to go ahead and bring a shattered entry here with 2 golems, and he's going to go ahead and drop some witches in there and some wall breakers to break in from that bottom right hand compartment. Did bring a jump, 2 heals, and a rage. So he's going to jump right here to get into that core and trigger that clan castle, drop the poison on the clan castle, very nicely done, where hopefully those Larrys will be distracting to that clan castle, and as they're making their way in, the queen has locked on to the clan castle, and it's time to go ahead and start dropping the hogs in there. Has 2 more heals, or now 1 more heal left over after this. That jump will carry those, the queen and some of those other skeletons into the core to start doing some damage. Queen's taking out the Town Hall. Hogs are making their way counterclockwise around the base. Drops that heal a little early in there, just a little bit, but not too bad. They do get trigger that giant bomb. It's standing in heals, but it's not going to get the full effect of that heal. And just have to make it their way around. The queen is still doing damage. The king will lock on to those skellies and get taken out easily because he'll be distracted by them. Hog comes in to join in that one and knock the king out. And now it's just time for cleanup. So very nice attack, very nicely done. Get those 3 stars, and good job, man. I think that's what we got. Okay, we got that one tricky little builder hut in the top. So, but very nicely done. I can show you. I had a very bad war. I'm not feeling too good, and I also, I'm still getting used to Town Hall 9, so I did hit up number 7. I think I got a 3-star war, 1 2-star, and then this 1-star. And I'll just fly through it. I mean, I didn't bring a wall breakers. I forgot to bring the wall breakers on this. I did bring a jump. My jump is still level 1, which is very quick. You gotta like almost push people through that jump. I'm almost done with jump 2. It'll be done tonight, which is just very important because you want that 40 seconds. That 40 seconds allows the queen to go ahead and do a lot of damage around the outer buildings and then take that jump. That's your main damage dealer as far as being able to make a good push through the core. So I'll do a lure, very simple lure, drop the poison there, kill the balloon, and then I'll go ahead and do a shattered entrance with 2 golems. I did want that first golem, the max golem, to kind of move a little to the left, but he still is tanking fine. It's slow on my dropping. I think at this point I recognized I didn't have a wall breaker, so that's why it took me so long to drop the king and the P.E.K.K.A. and the queen. So I have to improvise and drop a jump spell in there. which I didn't want to do. I wanted to get them pushed through the core, and that makes a huge difference in this raid, because they'll go ahead and jump over there and start knocking out the queen and taking some of that damage. But at this point, they're going to be stuck. They're not going anywhere. I mean, they're going to have to bang through walls. There's no more jumping. The jump didn't reach that far, and the queen ended up taking a little walk to the left-hand side. So that jump really, I mean, I had to use it because I wanted to push them through there. The hogs I'm deploying, just doing a really bad job. I don't know why I deployed those hogs there to go into the core. I should have dropped some more hogs where I just did on the top and had them meet. But kind of a wasted heal. I wanted to tank that. I expected my kill squad to make it through to that core and at least start tanking the expos and some other things. So I'm running really low on hogs here. I do have another heal left. There's not enough hogs to even heal up. So I'll go ahead and heal. And, I think they died. I should have dropped the poison on those skeletons a while back. They're doing some damage to me. I mean, every little bit counts. And I drop a heal and a poison for nothing. There was nothing there, but there really wasn't anything I could have. I mean, I should have healed a long time earlier than that if I was going to waste the heal there. So anyway, we'll watch the queen do a queen walk around for no reason, all just for percentage. Drop some wizards again. There's nothing I could have done to make this any better at this point. So just a ruined raid. And I'm sure that will get cleaned up. I mean, the silver lining on that is I got a chance to see where all the giant bombs were, and good scouting for what was in the clan castle and everything else. So no big deal. I mean, we're going to win this war no matter what, so it's fine. I think we'll take a look at this one. Another fail. Again, just my head's not in it right now. Bring the same basic composition of an army. And I'll grab the lore, and I do bring wall breakers this time. I wasted a lot of time on this clan castle kill. I should have dropped the poison, double poison in from or as soon as they were let go. I'm getting used to that too. I dropped the golems in there. The wizards are going in pretty good. Everything is going pretty smoothly here. Could have dropped the wall breakers in quite a bit ago. I should have done that. But it is what it is. Drop the king in there. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to drop that jump to get him pulled into there because I did kill all the buildings. Drop the jump in there. I don't think I even dropped the queen yet, which is, there we go. So again, just really late on some stuff. Do trigger a double giant bomb, so that's very good, for scouting wise. And start to deploy the hogs in there, but everything is just really late. Again, it's just about getting timing for that Town Hall 9. It's a little different than especially now the Town Hall 8, but it's just a little different. So I still have 2 more heals left over, and I still have a clan castle full of hogs. So I'll go ahead and drop that clan castle in there to meet up with these hogs. I have 2 more heals left. First hit, so thinking that's a giant bomb spot, which it is. Pretty fortunate it's not a double giant bomb spot, or else all of my hogs would have been toasted at that spot. But that's all right. Still have another heal left, but those skellies, again, I gotta drop that poison. Those skellies are doing damage on my hogs, and they're just whittling them away down to nothing. Queen is completely full life. Don't think it's even used the ability yet. And I needed those hogs. Those skeletons are beating up those hogs. They would have actually even been able to withstand that giant bomb if there wasn't skeletons. They still would have lived through that, and I needed them for cleanup. Queen smacks down that king real fast, and we're in cleanup mode, but I have no cleanup, so I have nothing to clean. I have no units to clean, or no things. And they're just going to have to shoot through these walls, and even with the 3.5 minutes, that's not going to happen. It's just not enough damage dealers to go ahead and clean up this base. So, we'll just run out of time. So a lot of things I could have done to shave off time there, and definitely could have done the hog deployment better and dropped that poison for the skeletons. And if I had about 5 hogs left over, I think that would have definitely been a 3-star. I think the hogs would have cleaned that base up pretty nicely. So anyway, let's jump into some actual good attacks. We're going to see a Town Hall 8 take out this Town Hall 9 with a GoHo with 2 quad quakes and 2 heals. So, again, no queen here, but still, low level walls, but not a simple base by any means for a Town Hall 8. Just shows you how overpowered that quad quake is with 2 extra heals left over. I mean, it allows these Town Hall 8s to hit low-level Town Hall 9s with semi-ease. Not to say that he didn't do a good job. He did a very good attack, but definitely makes it easier. Kills that dragon with double poison. So, you know, that makes it simpler too. And he does have 2 level 1 expos to go against. So again, that's almost like 2 extra archer towers or cannons. They do quite a bit of damage, low level, but yeah, and they shoot very far too if they're set for ground. So, you know, you're going to be tanking them for quite some time. So he'll bring a shattered entry here. And he has a GoHo with a little bit of looms on the back end. But he'll go ahead and make a wide funnel, bring that P.E.K.K.A. in the clan castle, and trigger some giant bombs. And did he use a quad quake? I don't think he did. I think he brought double poison, huh? So yeah, okay, I'm sorry, not a quad quake with, he just used the poison. So he's going to do it the old-fashioned way. He's going to go into here and, you know, he's going to go ahead and just bust through these compartments with brick and mortar and using no quad quake. So it's a good example of how to do that. You know, these hogs will jump into that heal and just get healed back up again, which is it's really clutch. There's no more heals left, and he still has splash damage and point defense left. Has a balloon that's kind of doing the funky chicken thing up there. And yeah, it's just, you know, the golem's going to try to get it, but completely whiff. And now we're in cleanup mode, so that balloon will make himself semi-useful. Well, no, not anymore. So he's done. So that balloon just, yeah, it's all over for him. But we are doing cleanup, and we'll get that 3 stars on that Town Hall 9. Very nicely done. So he does use the 2 poisons and the 3 heals instead of the quad quake. So even that was even better too. But he was able to take out that clan castle without expanding any or using any army. So that's a big deal, even though he didn't quad quake into that. All right, number 12. We're going to go see a reoccurring theme here. I mean, Logan's going to go ahead and bring the GoHo with you know, quad quake, and this time he does bring a quad quake with 2 heals. So it's exactly like what I was talking about. And so far, I'm sure we have failed, but the amount of fails is probably 1 out of 10 times that we fail using a GoHo, GoVaLo, Go whatever with a quad quake and 2 heals or a heal and rage. It's just so overpowered for Town Hall 8. We're going to go ahead and skip the lure here with barbarians and wizards. Has a little minion doing work there on the bottom. It's always nice to get that couple, 2, 3 buildings for free. Create that funnel and have them doing work and not having to worry about getting hit there. And he still hasn't used that quad quake. The P.E.K.K.A. and King will take a little walk here. Now he'll go ahead and use that quad quake. And the other golem will take the express route into that core. Some wizards will follow him. And yeah, they'll just start pounding on these things here, and it's time to deploy the hogs as some of those defenses are targeting the golem and the P.E.K.K.A. and the king is now knocked out. So it's all up to these hogs and P.E.K.K.A. to go ahead and no longer up to that P.E.K.K.A. because she is out of there. So it's just up to these hogs to go ahead and make it through the rest of the base, but they have that extra heal now to be able to make their way through. Tons and tons of hogs. Still has 2 more hogs left over. They hit that giant bomb standing in heals, healed all the way back up to full. Hit another giant bomb, which only grazes a couple of them. And those other hogs decide they want to join the party, kill that defense, and it is all over. So we're in cleanup mode, and we'll go ahead and fast forward this. Very nice attack, Logan. Nicely done. Number 14. I am Billy and I am beat. With Excalibur bringing the GoVaLo with Quad Quake, and he's going to bring a heal and a rage in here. And a lot of times when you bring in Valkyries, you want them to do some serious damage when they get into that core. You want them to tear through that stuff. They have quite a bit of hit points, but not as much as a P.E.K.K.A. or a Golem. So you got, and they go super fast. They're double speed of most other units, and you know, they swing and hit 2 buildings at a time if they're close to each other. So we'll do the clan castle kill here. That one balloon is, you know, kind of straying, but he'll bring a shattered entry, 2 golems in here. You know, the wizards are backing them up, and that barbarian king is pounding on that poor golem, but the wizards will take care of him. They got his back. And they'll start doing that funnel. So it's about time to drop that quad quake in there now that we've got the funnel just about done. I think after that big elixir storage, that was what we're looking for. Now the whole entire core is open, and half of the other base. Time to send the Valkyries. They always do that like stop where they're like, I'm going to go nope, I'm not going to go the other way. So we want to rage them up and get them through this core in just a second. Make sure that they really pound on all these buildings and all this damage in there. So there we go. The rage is up there. The heal is in there to heal them back, and they just completely tear through this core. Everything is down in the core. All the air defenses. Time to send the loons in there on the back. They are getting hit by the Wiz Tower, but you know, some of the other things like the Archer Tower and stuff is still hitting the king, and those remaining Valks still has quite a bit. We are done with the defense, and we are on our fast track to 3-starring this base. Drop that last loon in there that was kind of hiding, didn't want to be part of it, but they pushed them into it. So very nicely done. Nice attack. All right, 15. Instead of a GoVaLo, let's do a GoVaHo. So two heals and a quad quake. So very similar. Instead of the loons, and again, one of the reasons why we're doing a GoVaLo here is you look at the air defenses. They are not all in the same compartment, nor are they all in the same vicinity. So that's the trick between the GoVaHo and the GoVaLo. If you can take care of those air defenses very quickly, use the low. If they're spread out and obviously they do nothing to hogs, go ahead and use the GoVaHo. So it's pretty simple there. Goes and uses the quad quake, and we'll go ahead and start using throwing those golems in there. And the reason why he can use those quad quakes so early is because he hasn't used his wall breakers in to do that. He just does. I think he gets a wall breaker semi-fail. They go different directions, but that's why you bring an extra one. And it's time to go ahead and bring those Valkyries. Now, a cool thing to know is why did those Valkyries go straight in there? And it's because they aggro onto the king. They will aggro on king and queen and other like clan castle stuff super fast. So if you want to get them into gear and direct them, drop them where the king is, and they will definitely beeline right for that enemy barbarian king, and it's easier to control them that way. So very smartly done. Smart done, well done, I don't know, whatever smartly is. So they're getting pretty beat up in there, and the hogs get tossed, but the damage is almost done. He still has one more heal, which he drops for those hogs. They will be standing in the heals when they get done with that giant bomb. I don't know if any other giant bomb. Okay, so there was one already done. So that makes 2 giant bombs triggered. I think there is one left. Didn't get a chance to watch this attack yet, so we'll see what happens. I think, spoiler alert, 3 stars, but whether they hit the giant bomb, they do go flying there. 2 more point defenses. There we go. There's our giant bomb. And that pretty much takes care of those hogs. So it looks like the other guys are going to have to do the work, and girls. And so there's still some Valkyries left in there. Army of Valks, Barbarian Kings, and Wizards. Can't drop the Wizards up top because the Wizards will get taken out by that Archer Tower and Tesla. So it was pretty smartly again. Well done to not drop those those Wizards up top and panic. So the Barbarian King will tank. Those Wizards will accept that tankage, and they will completely wipe out the storage and the Tesla and get that 3 stars. Let me just see what the time was on that. I think that was, yep. So that one was the benefit of the extra 30 seconds. So let's see where this one is. I think this was. Let's see if Danker just puts me to shame by 3-starring that one that I just showed you guys. So unfortunately, I can't speed it up. But Danker is a fantastic attacker. If any one of our Town Hall 8s can go ahead and 3-star this base, it will be him. Although I would be very impressed. It is not a simple Town Hall 8 attack against this Town Hall 9. Can be done. Just it's got to be very nicely done. It's There's a lot of defenses and a lot of damage there. And I think those Expos are pointed to the ground, but I'm not completely sure. So you start sending in the hogs on a 2-finger drop on each side. He did bring 3 heals with him. He does know where the giant bombs are. And I don't think any of the giant bombs are in the core, if I'm not mistaken. I have a short-term memory, but yeah, I don't think any of those are in there. So he uses that first heal. Don't know if that heal is going to do too much for those hogs. Yeah, I guess they will. Yep, they're going to jump into that Expo. Drops the last of his hogs in there, so they've got to make it all the way around. He's looking pretty good. He still has 2 more heals. There goes 1. And I think he is going to get the 3-star on this. Has 1 more heal. Yeah, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't get the 3 stars here. Has tons of hogs left and that heal extra. So that's a beautiful attack. Very nicely done. And that is how you get a 3-star attack. Not the way I did it, the way he did it. Doesn't have a lot of cleanup, but he does have the hogs, which with a minute and 42 seconds, I don't remember where the rest of the giant bombs are. I think there are some tricky ones in there, so they might cause a problem. If these hogs catch 2 giant bombs, but he does have a nice split. So I think even if they do catch a giant bomb, let's hope it's that the ones of 3 or less. So they are the ones that get taken out. But there we go with 1 giant bomb, and I think that wizard did a sacrifice there. And yeah, it looks like everything else is okay. There's another giant bomb, and that 1 hog took 1 for the team. So this is working out perfectly for him. So that's just great. That's really, really good. So way to go, man. This is just a fantastic attack. Okay, we'll give credit where credit is due. Okay, just a few more to look at. Then it gets really bad. The bases and everything like that. Okay, I was only going to see if it was attacking my base, which my base has not gotten attacked yet. 16. So the GoVaLo, GoVaLo, Quadquake is always tested and true. Let's go old school and let's do some mass hog. 32 hogs of his own, 5 hogs in the clan castle for 32 hogs. Does bring a double poison. Let's see if he uses the double. He looks like he's going to do a traditional thing. I have to do the same thing. I have to get used to using those poisons. They do you no good if you're not using them. But he's going to do an Asian wall here. Just the hogs dropped in all over from that top right hand side. He heals 2 heals in the core as the hogs make it through. And drop some hogs on the back end. And he still has 5 more, I think, left over, which at this point he won't need. These hogs will go ahead and completely crush this base. So, but just for time wise and whatever, maybe he forgets he has clan castle hogs. I don't know. Maybe he's saving them for a rainy day, or I have no idea. Does drop the poison there, and those hogs will go ahead and take the king. I'll have to ask him if he forgot it that he had clan castle hogs. That's just funny. So we're in cleanup, or maybe he just wanted to use them for the next raid and want to do back to back. But let's call it a swag hog. So he swag hogs the space where he doesn't even use, nor did he use the king, I don't think. Yeah, didn't even use the king. So that's how you take a base without using clan castle hogs or your barbarian king. There you go. Very nicely done. Way to show us all up, Invisible Kid. Sweet. 2 more. Okay, number 17, we'll watch Berkeley go ahead and take out this one with another mass hog, because we haven't done enough mass hogs. That funky core base where, they put everything in the core, no giant bombs or anything, but very condensed core, trying to get your hogs in there, using that. He is going to use at least 1 poison here, but let's see if he uses double poison. I think, if I'm not, yeah, he does. I think the poison stacks, so I think you can drop 2 poisons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can drop 2 poisons on top of each other and get, excuse me, get done with that. But so he'll go ahead and remember, he wants to funnel his hogs to that core. That's where he wants to get, just for the heal wise, not to really take out the ADs or anything, but just so he can really condense his heals and make sure his hogs are all standing in heals instead of spraying out all over. So he takes care of those edges, and then he spams the rest of his hogs up the middle there. They will take a big bite of that giant bomb. And again, they didn't really want to heal him up until now, wants to keep him in suspense. There is only a couple more defenses left. That wizard tower is inevitably doomed. Turn around, wipe that king out, and then go ahead and take the rest of the base. All right, way to go, Berkeley. That's a nice attack and a good 3 stars, man. And then finally, for our last attack, we're going to go ahead and check out number 18 right below, and we're going to check out a GoVaLo. And, we're going to go ahead and see another quad quake with a rage and a heal. Formulaic, I think brings 3 Valks in the clan castle. I mean, this is just duplicate this all over. There is really no Town Hall 8 that can't be beat. Some might be a little tougher with GoVaLo or GoHo, but any Town Hall 8 can be beat with a GoHo now at this point. There's the quad quake. There is no poison, so he has to do it OG, old school, and use barbarians and wizards. There is really no funnel here, to create. There is no buildings on the outer rim, so he'll go ahead and use wizards to do that for free shots. But it's time to drop the Valks in there, and there we go. There's the 7 Valks. They could go ahead and stray a little bit here. They could make their way down, but that air defense is so... There goes 1 Valkyrie that just decides she wants to do her own Hunger Games and go on her own way. I'll call her Katniss. So the rest of them all go to the core like good little Valkyries. And they'll go ahead and do that. And start wiping out everything in the core. And it's time to drop the loons in there. And they'll pretty much take out everything here. This is a very common internet base. We see it all the time. Those giant bombs are almost always in that spot, and the other giant bombs are in the right where the other balloons are. The golem is right south. There you go. Thank you, Valkyrie. She goes and trips that anyway and takes care of that giant bomb. They're on either side all the time, so we already know where they are. It's why you don't use common internet bases. Very nicely done. It's just basically a tutorial of, GoVaLo, GoHo, Go Low, Ho Low, with the quad quake and the extra 2 spells. Town Hall 8 is now basically the Town Hall 7 with mass dragons. You really have to drop them all wrong and have something go considerably wrong for you not to get 3 stars. So unfortunately, I really hope they fix it. Even coming from my standpoint, I really hope that Supercell reduces the time back down to 3 minutes. For Town Hall 9 and under. I think even for Town Hall 9, it does make things a little bit more forgiving, but I think that was part of the challenge. I mean, you don't want, I know it's frustrating. You get that 96, 98, 99%, and they're just about to break open that storage or beat down that town hall, and you get the 3 stars. But that's part of the strategy, and that's part of the fun of the game. If it can be done consistently, which Power Bang and Jake and all those guys that those top 9 Town Hall 9 clans. If they can do that on a consistent basis and clean up like that, I think that's where it needs to be. I think now it's much more forgiving, and you can make mistakes, and you can take longer queen walks, and you can really, take that in 30 seconds into consideration and have less people doing cleanup attacks. And I think it's going to make a lot more ties, and we'll see what happens. But I think they definitely need to reduce that back down to 3 minutes. Leave Town Hall 10, leave Town Hall 11, definitely. I haven't even seen really too much from them. Leave them at 3.5 minutes, that's great. And probably, limit the Clan Castle spell to Town Hall 9. Maybe again, even Town Hall 10 to be able to, put a spell into those. Do that because, again, it's just too overpowered. It's too much. It's too easy to 3-star bases. if you're not looking at these videos, and it's still going to be very difficult to you, but all you got to do is watch one of my videos and watch one of these attacks being over and over again, and you'll see it. Anyway, enough rant. Sorry about that. Farming sucks too for me, by the way. I'm dropping down trophies. I have to put together these awesome armies, or spend a lot of time looking next thing where I can barch or whatever for, the loot is just terrible now. It was good, but now that Town Hall snipes are done, it's going to be so tough, and I get hit all the time for, max amount of elixir by higher Town Hall 10s or Town Hall 9s, max Town Hall 9s, and just get all my stuff that I've earned wiped out. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But I might throw one other attack in here if it doesn't end up being too long. As the war is still going on, I'll see if I can throw that in there. But hopefully you get a chance to look at these attacks, take them, go ahead and replicate them, duplicate them, adjust them to your style, and get your 6-star war and your 3-star attacks.
All right, real quick, you can see that we got the perfect war, and I just wanted to throw in that last attack, attack on number 1 by Huck, to go ahead and show that that pretty above average base, max Town Hall 9, getting beat by our number 2. It's going to do the lure, drop the poison. We'll go ahead and fast forward this. I think it's double poison. Yeah, double poison. Completely takes out the clan castle, the dragon, and the 2 loons. And then he's going to bring, I think, a stoned entrance here, if I'm not mistaken. So he's got the 2 golems so far, and then he brings the extra golem in his clan castle up in the top right. Does a huge funnel with all of his wizards across the entire upper right and left portions of it. Really gets in there good. Brings 3 heals and a jump. He goes and uses some wall breakers to get in. Drops the jump there to get towards the core, take out that queen. And he's got 20 hogs that he's going to bring with him with 3 heals behind it to go ahead and take care of the rest of the space. They jump one more time into that core, into quad Teslas, and start to take it out. And it's time to deploy the hogs. So the hogs are coming in from the bottom, hit the giant bomb, heals 2 towards the core, and still has 1 more left over. They need to make it through these Expos, which they are doing fine. The queen is still up with pretty much full health. I don't think anything's hitting the queen right now, and they uses the last heal where that other giant bomb spot is. They're triggered, and they're standing in heals. The queen's taken out the town hall, and now we're completely in cleanup mode. So great attack by Huck, and just wanted to show that as we sealed our perfect war. And it was a pretty fun battle. Their bases were okay, so enjoyed that. And again, go ahead, get those 6-star wars and 3-star attacks.